Welcome back to another episode of SHENZHEN. What exciting new electronics shall we build today? Last time we built a cool dad blinking light thing. Let's read the spam email. Today I want to talk about the goofy things visitors here tend to say. Actually, just one thing. It feels like every time a certain kind of Western visitor comes to China and looks around, they go, wait a second, I thought China was communist. So why is everyone shopping at the store? What's up with that? And that's when everyone around laughs because the dude always thinks he's making some good observation when we've heard that at least 1 trillion times before. Trust me on this. And 2, gosh, it's complicated, okay? What's important is that so many of these guys' impression of communist China still came right out of the 70s. And they are so surprised when they get here, like they had no idea that things were changing dramatically here this whole time. Well, hey, you haven't been sitting around doing nothing since Nixon, and neither have we. We've built more than just the factories where all your smartphones and game consoles come from. The world's changing, fellas. Empty your mind. Don't cling to your fixed ideas. I believe in you, okay? Okay. Yours, Tilly. Nice. Wireless game controller. Little help. I'm wrapping up a project to make a game console and could use some assistance. Before you get too excited, it sounds far more fun than it actually is. The console is just a tiny, super cheap box we're making for Sleep Cubes, the big Japanese console hotel chain, to stick in every pod. The games will be some free dross they find, I'm sure. At any rate, I've got it mostly done. I just need the module for the little wireless controller that comes with it. I ping you and you tell me what's going on. Nothing much more than that. Create a working design for the project. All right. X and Y are inputs connected to a joystick. A and B are inputs connected to buttons. Radio RX is a non-blocking X bus connected to a radio receiver. Radio TX is a X bus output connected to a radio transmitter. When a data packet is received over the radio from the game console, respond with the following 3-value data packet, making sure to use the most recent input values. X, Y. And that's the joystick A and B. So 0 if this, 1 if this. Okay, 4 different states depending on the buttons. Okay, so whenever RX is received, it looks like whenever a data packet is received over the radio, then output this. So TRX is the input for when we send the signal. When we get it, we send. What have we got? So we got 63, 37, and 0. And then this one's 3 because of these 2 inputs. All right. That's not too bad, I guess. I always want to use this thing, but I never really seem to be able to. Like you can flip it. See, the reason I don't think I can use this is because you write an X bus and then you read some pins. So I kind of want the other direction. So I got a pin over here and a pin there. Something like that. So this will feed A and B. This will combine A and B into one of those 4 states. So test if equal. So A can only be 100 or 0. Test if P0 is 100. If it is, test if P1 is 100. If it is, move, I think 3. Yeah. Move 3 into X0. Otherwise, test if P, let's see. I think I just got to do a jump. Just quickly writing this down. It's wrong. Something like this. And this is. So this is. This one is right. So this one says A and B are both on, which is this state right here. A and B are both on. So if A is on and B is off, it should be 1. So A is on and B is off. A is on, it's going to go here, and then it's going to go here, so that's 1. And then it's going to go to done and sleep. And if that's not true, it's going to jump here. Oh, it's got to do another test, doesn't it? So annoying. Probably a better way to do it. So if A is on, then let's see if B is on. If A is on, add 1 to the accumulator. Looks like we'll just output the accumulator because this is too much. I want to try to use this module to save on cost. So if A is on, let's add 1. Let's move 0 into ACK. And then let's test if that guy's on and add 2 into ACK. And then move ACK into X0 and then sleep 1. I think that will work. Do some fake code to make this read. Breakpoint right here. I'm just looking at the A and B buttons. So A should be so that's 1. I should send. So now it should be 3. Yep, it's 3. That's 2. 0. 3. Okay, that looks like it's working. All right, now over here. Now we just want to let's sleep until x0 is red. Should have another pin. I think this is going to mess it up. Part not sleeping. So annoying. It's because I have to wait for this TX to come through. So I can't. So if I sleep for that to happen, then this guy doesn't happen. I need to constantly pump data out of this bus. It's a blocking bus. And I don't know of a way to do a non-blocking bus. Like, I wish you could designate some of these as blocking or not blocking. That's not how it works, though. As far as I know. I can look at the dumb manual again, but I don't think it's going to say anything. Yeah, it talks about it here. Operational block. I don't know. Just trying to make this thing read. See, if I had another pin on this guy, I could rig a pin and another pin up here. I could rig the 2 pins together. That'd be fine. But I don't have pins. I have this thing. This will convert to pins, I think. But still, I don't really have a good way to put it over here. Because X and Y is taken. I guess I could convert this X and Y to buses. To go here. See, that's not going to help. I could just read it and I could set a pin. Dumb microchips. This is all just buses. Well, I could use... See if I rig this one up to be like that. So I don't have a pin output on this one, which is really dumb. It's like super wasteful. Got the same problem here though, I think. What is X and Y? Don't know. What I could do is, so going here, could jump it over. Oops, not that. Instead of doing that, maybe that. So this guy has 2 pins and he outputs to this bus, which goes into here. So this guy's constantly reading X. And then he's merging X and Y from this bus into P0. And he's also merging in this guy. And then this guy's reading P0, the state of P0, and then it's messing with this thing. It should work, maybe. Let's say move. Add 100, move. Add. I wonder if I could just move 0 into AC and then add P1. Yeah, I probably don't have enough bits of precision to actually merge these two, do I? So if I had lots of bits, I could do it. But I only got to 999. I guess I could just... This is probably going to work, though. Yeah, this isn't really going to work. The fundamental issue is I don't know how to read TX and X2 at the same time. You know, the output from this one is once a tick, and the output of this one's random. Because if I just move X0 into ACC and then move X2 into DAT, it gets jammed. Waiting for stuff to happen. Because I'm not reading ACC. I'm not reading X2 right here, so this one's stuck. If I say sleep X until X0 is awakened, it's stuck because it's not reading. Maybe convert it from a bus to a pen. I don't know. Such a weird... It's not TX I'm worried about, actually, it's RX. And TX is the output. Yeah, see that -1 is not flowing anywhere because it doesn't mean anything to it, because this device is not meant for busting signals apart like that. you have to write a specific value, 101, like almost binary. So this thing isn't going to work. Sleep until X1, move X1 to P0. Let's move P0 into ARC. I don't understand why it's not working. Move X1 into ACK. Move ACK into P0 just to make it slower. So that was 9 and 9, that's -1. Is it a timing issue? Move P0 into ACK. Yeah, it's like a timing issue. Definitely moving ACK into P0. Move X2 into DAT. Where's X2? This one. Okay. Move P0 into ACK. See, why is it 0 still? So ACK could go negative, can it? Yeah, -99. Tech crazy register. don't understand why it's not. It's got -1 here. It's supposed to move it into P0. That's P0. It's supposed to write it to P0. Move P0 into that. And it's still 0. What the heck? Okay, that's 10. You just can't move negative numbers across the lines. Pins, I thought you could. No, you can't. Huh. Crazy. Well, whatever. We can just... say test if equal to test if it's -1. If it is, move 100 into P0. Otherwise, move 0 into P0. Learn something new all the time. Next one. Okay, that seems to be working. Because it looks like I'm getting one signal off, one signal on. Okay. In my ACK, it's supposed to be like the button press. So if we pause it there, should be 3. Yep. And it's on. Okay, so now I just need these X and Y. Which I think will be just another circuit, hopefully. Just gotta figure out how to stuff it in here. Not that one. If I only had a longer bridge, I'd be fine. I wonder if I could rotate these dumb things. Okay, I think I may have figured out the jigsaw. Let's see, move P0 into X1, move P1 into X1. Okay, so I'm getting X2 is like my buttons, and then I'm getting coordinates. And then that's what I want to send to TX. All right, so I should have most of the data now. Just need to organize it. Test if equals test if P0 is 100. If it is, I kind of just want to move dat into X3 and again and x2, not that, sorry, x1, and then x2 into x3, and that's it. That's not really going to work, but that's kind of what I want to do. And if it's not true, then I'll just move x1 into ACC, just throw them away. No-op this thing to give it some time for P0 to light up correctly. Okay, so it should be 63, 37, 0. Nice, there it goes. No problem, that was kind of tricky. I think the buses and pins are always the hardest part of this game. And let's get rid of this jumper because we don't need that. I think that's about it. Yeah. The rest looks pretty good. Don't need a break button. Max speed. Okay, truly went over cost and over power usage. There's obviously much better ways to do that game, or that mission. I'll have to look up and see what people actually did on that one. Thanks, mate. OE1. You've just helped make thousands of dead, tired salarymen marginally happier. That is, if they actually find the console and use it to play a game before passing out. Okay, see you next time on SHENZHEN.io.